went out on a date and slept with a guy and told the guy, hey you guys, Mels Talks is officially back, and yet again we have another new change of atmosphere. And of course, every time I start filming, Jackson is literally coming up to me. This is what I had worried about before, because Jackson just always wants attention at the worst time. I think just with pets, honestly, they love story time, and I think whenever I do these talking videos, it's therapeutic for them, because dogs are like this too. I think cats as well, at least this one, he's a softie. But whenever there's like story time and I'm narrating and talking and I'm in my room, he's like, ooh, I like want to hear in. Look at him, he's gonna be here this whole time. Now I was gonna show you guys my Barbie shirt but now I can't because my cat. I told y'all he's like the star of my channel basically, but this Barbie shirt is so cute. Not really on theme with what we're going with today, but this movie, you guys, is one of like the old early Y2K nostalgic movies, but I didn't watch it until this year actually, probably because I probably would have been too young for it, let's be honest. I think it's like PG-13 for sure. Yeah, I definitely would have been too young around the time it came out, but wish I could have saw it for sure, because you guys, it's my favorite rom-com. It's so and we're back again. I kind of also fell flat with reading, but I'm gonna really try my hardest, you guys, for next episode to be about a book, because there's this book I finished since last year. It's called The No Show. It's like a romance mystery book, and I really want to dive into it, but I've still been taking notes because it's one of those kind of books that it's all out of order. And for the Mels Talks episode, I'm trying to have it all in order, and that episode is gonna be spoilers, 1000%. But I want it all in order, so if somebody had read the book, oh, he's so cute, wants to know the order it's supposed to be in instead of the offer jumbling it around. That's the whole goal. But that's why it's been taking me forever, because I finished that book since last year, but I'm trying to still like take down the notes for it. Because actually, you guys, with Mels Talks now, I've been taking down notes, and that's been helping me out a lot. I have my laptop right here. The setup I feel like really great in my new room space. I mean, it's been my same room, but it got changed up. So it's just gonna make Mels Talks easier. So we're back, we're better than ever. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Heads up, there will be spoilers. I am going to be giving a debrief. I'm going to be looking at my laptop and reviewing everything. I'm obsessed with this movie. I was rewatching it again recently. I will continue to rewatch it while it's free on YouTube right now. I love it. So let's get into it. I almost thought you were gonna leave, but you stayed. I'm telling you, pets love narration. I don't know why. Matthew McConaughey plays Benjamin Barry, and then Kate Hudson plays Andy Anderson. Benjamin Barry works in advertising, and then Andy Anderson is a journalist, but she's writing at Composure right now, which is a gossip teen magazine or adult magazine, something like that. We're in New York City. Andy is like blonde, and I feel like people think she's all very ditzy and everything, but she's like, no, got a master's in journalism, but she wants to write pieces on like US history, which to me, I'm like, that's really boring. But I love that we're not going off stereotypes, because literally, you guys, my best friend Tara, she's blonde and I'm brunette, and the roles are definitely reversed. I'm just gonna be honest. Tara's like way smarter than me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm very smart in my own ways too, but I'm just being honest. I just feel like our reverse roles are reversed because like the stereotypes with blondes and then brunettes, I don't know. Also at the same time, like, I know that's not like literal. I just feel like with our friendship, it's the opposite. She's the smart one, I'm the ditzy one. But that's typically with a lot of my friends. So even Caleb, like, he's the smart one, I'm the ditzy one every time, I swear. But Benjamin Barry, on the other hand, wants to make sales in diamonds, like jewelry. Oh, and then, okay, they both love basketball. Basketball games are talked about a lot. I'm pretty sure it's the Knicks. Is that even still a team? I don't know. Are you gonna say goodbye? He's like debating. Are you gonna go or no? Jackson's gone. So one of Andy's friends is kind of funny, because it's very like Y2K scene, I feel like, just like the whole movie is, which is really cool. Her friend basically went out on a date and slept with a guy and told the guy, I love you, like after the second date, which I would not do. That is really crazy, really bold move, but you know, it's a movie, it's funny. And then the friend's all like, oh, I know why he broke up with me, it's because I'm fat. And it's like, no, she like just went like too fast, but the movie's just so funny that way. It's like, no, oh my gosh, no. Somebody at Composure wanted to do the story about this girl's like bad dating life. Andy's like, I'll do it, and then not say her name, and she really covered for her friend. Their boss came up with How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Benjamin works with these two Judys, and they're kind of like rivals. They have different visions of jewelry and how they want to sell it to customers. The Judys both happen to meet everyone at Composure, but at an event later on, Benjamin talks with the Judys and his boss about how he wants to sell the pitch. And one of the Judys sees that Andy's there trying to find a man for her story of how to lose a guy, and Benjamin has to try to win a girl in 10 days. So like the opposite. And that's where it's like really, really funny. So the one Judy tells him to pick her, meaning like Benjamin picks Andy, and it's like, oh my gosh. And they meet at like a bar because Andy had no luck. So of course she meets Benjamin. Honestly, the first date was like meeting at the bar. They got crab, like seafood for dinner, which I'll say this, like Hudson and Matthew McConaughey really killed it with the chemistry. Like they just have this natural chemistry, banter, even some of the silly moments in the movie. Like, I don't know, they were just both so spot on, honestly. In the beginning, it's really funny because she goes back to his hotel room. She's on the phone with her friend, being like, I can't believe I'm here. She's like, I'm doing this for you, girl. Her dating life was so bad, right? And there was this scene, and I think it was trying to symbolize, like, he was trying to get with her and she's trying to do everything wrong. So she gets on his bed being like, come here. And then he's on the counter being like, no, come here, because he's trying to be a respectful man, get a girl in 10 days, where like she's trying to lose him in 10 days. So she's like, come on the bed so like we can mess this up. I don't know. I didn't get the reference at first. I think that's what it was trying to explain. I'm not sure. But after watching it a couple of times, like I think that's what was the meaning behind it. And then they start like making out, and their chemistry again, so good, you guys. And then they're like, too fast. And it's just so good. Because they were just both up to no good. That was the first day. The second day, the night before, Andy left basketball game tickets in her purse at his apartment on purpose. Benjamin and his friends accidentally, no, they purposely pushed the purse off just to find out, oh, the tickets. They go to a basketball game, and that's kind of when she flips the switch on him and becomes like this ditzy blonde when she's really a smart blonde, and makes him go get her a soda while like it's in the like big part of the game. It's just kind of funny, honestly. Third day, they go and see a movie together. It's like a chick flick, Sleepless in Seattle, and they weren't like supposed to talk, but she kept trying to talk in the theater to start drama. There was like this big tough guy that just like has a soft heart and wants to watch the chick flick. All of a sudden there's drama, and this big guy punches Benjamin in the face, and it's like, oh my gosh. And then day 4, Benjamin hosts like a dinner. He makes lamb. Andy's character she's playing, she pretends like she's vegetarian and doesn't eat meat, when like prior at work she literally ate meat. It was so funny. They go to like a vegetarian restaurant, and he misses the game because he's trying to watch the game at home. She's all like, my boyfriend called me fat, when like he didn't. She's just starting up drama. Again, I don't really get it with the fat joke thing, because like everyone in the movie's skinny. The humor back then was definitely interesting. Like I don't feel like that'd be in movies today. The Y2Ks were different. It was a different time, honestly. And then it's funny because Andy secretly goes in the back and is like, okay, watching the game. And then he gets back home to turn on the game immediately after the date. It was funny. But all in the while, she starts bringing fake things of her own to his apartment to make it like homey, like to like turn him off, you know? So funny. And I almost thought he was gonna be done with her because of this ongoing bet. He's like, when can I see you again? Like runs out to the elevator. So funny. On day 5, Andy decides to go crazy and adopt a dog, which we love because the dog ends up staying with Benjamin. So they like have the dog the remainder of the movie. So cute. And they get like matching shirts and be all like cutesy coupley, like she's trying to be too clingy with him. She, I think, tells him she had like basketball tickets, but then took him to Celine Dion concert, which I thought was funny and iconic. Kate Hudson as Andy, she really did amazing this whole film, just like driving Benjamin Barry, Matthew McConaughey's character, like crazy. So good. But also before the concert, she ends up apparently calling his mom, and then he's like, why do you call my mom? It's like a whole thing, and she's like, I just want to talk about the future with you and kids, and it was like kind of funny, freaking him out, you know? Okay, so by the time day 6 rolls around, Benjamin and his friends have like a boys' night. So Andy, of course, decides to crash it and continue to be that clingy girlfriend, and it's just so funny, honestly. Like, she's just driving him insane, driving his friends insane, acting like the insane girlfriend, and he still pursues her. It's just so funny. Obviously, the fake relationship, they have problems. They go to see expensive therapists when really it's her friend that has the dating problems, but they pretend she's a therapist. It was kind of iconic. And they tried to solve it by meeting Benjamin's family. And the therapist is like, yeah, because she's a fake therapist. That's her friend. And Andy's like, what? So that was day 7, because on day 8, Andy actually meets Benjamin's family. And this is at a point in the movie. I feel like when you're around family, you're a little bit more honest. And this is when they were both starting to form like real feelings for each other. Like real Andy, the smart side of her, came back out again, and that was what Benjamin really liked about her. So they tour around his town in his motorcycle, and they have this moment in the bathroom where they're just like, I don't know, just like feeling all the feelings. There's romance, sadness, because she was like, your mom liked me, you guys. They end up sleeping together. Day 9, they go on this romantic boat ride together, and then they actually officially become boyfriend girlfriend for real this time. So it's like no more acting at this point. And then for day 10 coming up, of course, Benjamin on day 9 asks Andy to come to this event. This is where it all goes south, because day 10 is the party / breakup. Andy wears this expensive jewelry. Benjamin thinks she looks gorgeous in her yellow dress. All of their scheming, they both get busted and they try to roast each other by singing on stage. And then she ends up leaving because she's upset. But then workers are going after her because they're like, you're wearing expensive jewelry. As they're like, we don't want to talk to each other, like the couple. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Like, she leaves the event. He broke up with her. At this point, we're getting to like the end of the movie. Andy ends up writing the piece and leaving Composure. She wants to write about what she wants to write about, and her boss was never going to give her that opportunity. Her piece about Benjamin was her final story for Composure, and Andy ended up saying in the story how she ended up falling for the guy at the end, basically. And so it was really sweet. She was very honest, how he was such a good guy and how it started off as a fake bet, but then she really loved him and it was so sweet. So then of course he does the classic run after her, tells her to stay because she was going to go to another job somewhere else, I think in Washington DC, but he stops her and then they get back together. So it's a happy ending. It's such a cute like rom-com, honestly. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, the crazy friend ended up getting back with her ex too. So it all had a happy ending. I forgot, he did read her story and that was why he was chasing after her in New York City in his motorcycle as she's in a cab. Yeah, it was so cute of a movie. They kept the dog, obviously. Oh, and his campaign also ended up working out and it was called Frost Yourself. Overall, a really cute movie. They get back together with their boyfriend, girlfriend again. It's just like your basic like early 2000s movie. When did it come out? I'm curious. Okay, 2003. Yeah, I would have been way too young. And because it was PG-13, yeah, absolutely. I would have been too young. I wouldn't have understood the references. Wish I could have watched it in that time, but I definitely was way too young. I hope you guys enjoyed this new episode of Mel's Talks. We're back, y'all. And I'll see you guys